Dun, 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 dun. We are live, folks, coming to you from beautiful downtown southern sunny California. Okay, now I'm Ken with Easy2 Tips and Tricks, etc. etc. That's ECT, ECT. I'm going to show you two basic knots for fishing, and it's basically all you'll need. And if this is all you'll know, you'll be able to tie your hooks to your line and set your pole up or your rig up, and you won't have any problems. Okay, so I'm going to simplify this. I'm going to use some string and some material that you'll be able to see, because when you're dealing with the fine line, it makes it hard to, see what I'm doing. So we're keeping it simple, right? Keep it simple, but we're not stupid. Bad word. That's an abused word. All right, now the first one you need, when you buy fishing hooks, most of the time they come with the loop already built in. And it's like, how in the world? And if you don't know how to make this little loop here, it's like frustrating. It comes undone, it pulls loose. I mean, if maybe you've even tied it up using like just a regular knot you'd use to tie your shoe, and you caught a fish, and next thing you know, the fish is off the line and you bring it in and there's no hook. That's embarrassing and really frustrating. And so if you've experienced that, or if you haven't experienced it, I don't want you to experience it if you don't have to. All right, so the first lesson we're going to learn here is this. You take your line and you fold it over. You just make a loop. With fishing string, it's a little more complicated. It's frustrating because the line slips and you got to pinch it with your fingers, all right? So I make my loop, all right? And then I'm going to make another loop. Okay, so you want to have plenty of excess. All right, and this, the loose end over here. The proper terminology for this loose end is called the tag end. The loose end of the line is your tag end. Tag your it, don't forget. Tag your it, don't forget. It's your tag end, okay? So give yourself plenty of tag end here. This can always be cut at the end to make it shorter, so don't worry about it. Just give yourself plenty of excess. Then make your loop. Bring the loop here, and we're going to wrap it around the bow and bring it through the front, okay? So that's why I say give yourself plenty of extra line here. Make sure your tag end's good and long, okay? Now, so we're going to come down here, and I'm going to exaggerate this for training purposes. Here you go. Make your loop. All right. Then you take your end here. All right. Now we wrap this around the back side. Okay, with this string, I'm going to have to make it even longer. All right. So we're really going to exaggerate this. If I wasn't live, I'd do it over. All right, so this is crossed from the back side, okay? I'm bringing it around the front, around the back, okay? Now see how I'm hashy that this isn't that. All right, so you take this, you bring it around the front, around the back, and then through front again. Okay. Pull this up tight. Pull the knot up tight. Get that cinched up where you want it. Bam, there it is. Now, you've got your tag end over here. And you want to make sure this knot's really tight, but I'm not making it tight because I need to untie it. But pull down on the knot from the bow, from your loop. Okay, and then come to the bottom of this and pull this here. All right, then grab the knot and the bow and pull it down. And then pull both sides, okay? And pull on this tag end as well. And make that knot tight. That's one end, okay? Done. Now for your hook. Now this string wants to flip and flop, and you got to pinch it down as you wrap it around the back side of this. And this knot is called a surgeon's knot. Okay, surgeon's knot. All right, now here's your fishing hook. Let's pretend there's an eyelet right here, and this is closed up. Okay, so there's no opening. It's closed up. Now you feed this through. All right. Now you want to spin your hook. Oh, about 8 times. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3. See what happened? You can start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's probably good. 7, 8. Now, you don't let this unwind. So you have to hold your string and your hook and take your tag end, this loose end here, known as the tag end, and we're going to put it through right here by the eyelet on the hook, down here at the bottom. Okay, so there's the eyelet of the string, all right, and we're going to put this right through this opening here at the bottom, all right, and you run it through. Okay, now, by doing that, we've just created this hole. We're going to take it through and push it through this hole, okay? Push it right, and then grab it. All right? Now, hold your hook. You can hold your string, and you pull down. Pull this down. Pull it down, hold it, pinch it. Okay? And here we have it. You want to pull down, pull it down here, and then pull here. You put this in your mouth, fart it, pull here, grab the knot, pull it tight. This isn't going nowhere, folks. And this isn't going nowhere. The harder you pull, the more it's going to bite itself and lock it in there, and it's not going nowhere. Your string will break first. Your fishing line will break first before these knots. These knots are not coming undone. Okay? And it's that simple. Just that simple. And there you have it. To take a swivel, okay, when you tie your swivel, you tie this kind of a knot on the swivel. Okay, your loop, for your swivel, we have a surgeon's knot, and that's for making loops. Okay, you don't want them to come on. Now, the other thing to do is you can take a pair of clippers, keep a pair of fingernail clippers in your tackle box, and you can get right up to this knot, and you can cut it with your clippers. I mean, it'll just bite right there next to that knot, and you won't have this tag and flopping and then scaring the fish away, right? Okay, or you can bite it. Okay, you can bite it right up close to that knot. That's what a lot of fishermen do. But either way, either put your string next to that knot, or clippers work great for all kinds of things. It's a very useful tool to have in your toolbox. And more of your professional fishermen have fingernail clippers in their toolbox, in their tackle box. You don't necessarily need them, but they're okay. If you get your hook caught in your shirt, that clipper will cut that, or in your pants, that clipper will cut just a small area and free your hook. Clippers just come in so many useful in so many ways. So that's that on that for now. So I guess maybe I should grab my phone, see who's here. Nothing like some good old root beer. Good old root beer, let me tell you. As a kid going to A&W root beer, you remember doing that? Bring in your milk jugs or whatever kind of jug and fill it up with A&W and take it home. Well, they don't make A&W like they used to, let me tell you. A&W growing up was a bomb. Okay, I'm gonna stand here and turn this around. And who's in here? Who's here? Who's here? Oh, those. Hey, Nathan. Been a while, bro. Hey, Scott Peterson Tools. Thanks for dropping in, bro. And thank you for being a part of my community, Scott. Live stream. Go to Scott Peterson's Tools and check him out. He has some interesting videos. He shares a lot of information. And check out Scott Peterson Tools. Nathan Likes Drums. Check out his. Check out Nathan Likes Drums. And yeah, check them out. Join their community, and happy to become a part of your community as well. Well, thank you very much, Scott. I learned from you too, bro. And if you like Christian music, if you like classic rock, Nathan has some real nice, what he called drum covers. Where he's playing to music, and he does really well. So, what is it? Something I said? Nobody's here. Oh, Kelly Paulson? Yeah, Kelly Paulson, they have lives. Kelly Paulson and her husband, Doug Paulson. Yes, they have nice live videos, live broadcasts. But what I was getting ready to say, the link is in the. Anyways, what I was getting ready to say is, it might have a link to a Catfish and Carp channel. I've just become joinedy, and he has went out to the bayous on this excursion with a guy has a I forget what it's called at the moment. He'll take you out in the bayou. He has a a cabin set up on the frog catching, literally frog catching there in the bayou. And he shows you every step of the they're doing, how they're doing it in this video, and it's in my link. And he says it's really affordable. And on his link, he has their website and everything. If it's something you might like to do, I'd like to do it. I just don't have the extra. Do that. That'd be a blast. So the good, I had to upload it. I mean, I had to put it in my descriptions and on my YouTube, not you, my YouTube uh, playlist. I also have a Facebook channel or page called We Are Creators. That's hashtag or the number sign or the tic-tac-toe sign. We Are Creators. It's uploaded quite a few people's videos. Really cool. And so you can also, add a couple videos of your own there a week if you like. And it's a good to show one another support. So that's on Facebook. We are created. Hashtag we are creators. Anyways, really cool video. Guys out there with the sun and they're catching frogs by their hand. Cool video. Very, very well done. And he shows you how to catch carp, how to fillet carp. You take carp, he takes a carp and he puts them upside down in a bucket with their tail hanging out. So you got to bleed carp out. Most of here in California, we don't eat carp. That's like, you don't eat that stuff. Yeah. But I know lots of people that eat carp. Well, this Catfish and Carp show here on YouTube, this guy goes out to make a dough ball. He puts Jello in it, powdered Jello. Great idea. I would have never thought of that. Anyways, he shows you how to make a dough ball, and he catches a carp. He just slices this big old chunk of meat, fillets this carp, doesn't even gut it, and has a real chunk of fish right there. Made it look easy. But like California, we don't eat carp. That's not a fish you eat. But we don't know anything about them other than they're bottom feeders. But so are catfish. I eat catfish. So I'm gonna have to catch some carp and try this. I know my brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law, he's from Bangladesh, and I was at my sister's house, and they were having fish soup, and I went with them down to the fish market, and they've taken what he bought. Blew my mind. First of all, I couldn't believe. I'm going, oh no, my first experience. And we go to the fish market, and he's buying fish. Well, he's buying carp. I'm going, no way, carp. And so I didn't say a word. I said nothing to him about carp. So I'm going, I'm how I like it, get over uh, the mental block of you don't eat carp. And he made fish. I didn't say nothing. And I dove into this piece of meat. The bones are like logic is like garbage fish. You don't eat that stuff. Well, here in America, and especially here in California, we don't know anything about it. So it's something totally new, ignorant. Oh, well, that's what I'm trying to say here. This guy on Catfish is in my channel. I mean, in my channel. His his link is in my description. In this video and in the previous video, I put it in there just a few minutes ago. Anyways, he just lays it. He takes that carp, turns it upside down in the bucket. I've been told, you can tie a string around its tail and let it hang. I thought they were yanking on my leg. Anyway, so he takes the carp, he puts it in his 5-gallon bucket, head down, and let it bleed out. Then he just filleted the meat. Didn't even gut it. It never touched the mud vein. But if you're going to gut it, you got that mud vein to worry about. So why even deal with it? Why not just fillet it? Don't even gut it. Turn it upside down, let it bleed out. And he didn't say how long to let it bleed out. That's what he didn't say. And I didn't even think to ask him in the comments. He has got back to me on my comments. He's a pretty big channel, but he has responded back. I just left him and given him a huge thumbs up, for his video that I put here in my description and in my other video. Yeah, he doesn't even touch the mud vein. He just going Brandon scales it. Then I hope you didn't hit the go to know what you're doing. Go to know what you're doing. On the carp, like I said, I haven't known much about it, but the channel, this guy, like he's like I'm saying, he just scales it after he. You got a big old nice chunk of meat there, and so it was cool. I'm kind of okay. I'm gonna have to try to catch some carp. Where I was fishing today, they have carp there. I'll have to ask him more about that because no problem. And I would, and I'd be YouTubing it for sure. Make some of that dough bait. I know as a kid there was a guy taking, believe it or not, cornflakes, sugar frosted cornflakes, and just soaked them in the lake water. Made a dough, made a ball, squeezed them around his double hook, and he was catching carp like no business. Have to know what you're doing so you don't hit the lots. Hit it. Lots of practice, I would say. Yes, but if you don't, not gutting the carp. He never gutted this carp. He just cut this big, fat chunk of meat off its back. He never gutted it. Never touched the mud vein. Mud vein to deal with because he never gutted the fish, the carp. And he shows you how to do that on his video. You can go, and check him out. But he doesn't talk about a mud vein. Only thing he says is you got to turn it upside down, let it bleed out, and skin it, fillet it, not fillet it. Take off the scales and fillet it. And he shows you right there on his channel. So I'm gonna have to try it. Like I said, it doesn't taste bad, except for us here in California. We don't eat carp, Not us blue-eyed, blonde-haired Americans anyway, we don't know nothing about it. But anyway, like I was saying, this guy took sugar frosted cornflakes and butter, got them wet, got them soft, squeezed them around his treble hook, and he was catching carp. That's all he was using. This guy talks about taking oatmeal and maybe some cornmeal, and I forget what all, and he used gelatin. Yeah, fishing carp, and his link is in my descriptions right here. I uploaded it, not uploaded. I put it in my descriptions before I went live, and it's on this video in the description, and I put it in previous video from today with the dragonfly on the front. I enhanced him and made him stand out. And he's also in that video, Catfish Carp. Link is there too. But I'm sure if you search for him, I'll pop right up, I'm thinking. But yeah, for sure. Let me, if you catch some carp, let me know what you find out for sure. Just put did you see the beginning of my video? You may not have, where I was showing how to tie some basic fishing knots. Back over it if you wasn't here. You don't have to wait till the stream's over. Or were you here to see my basic fishing knots? I mean, you probably already know them. I don't know. You know, we all know different things. We all have our own little techniques we use, you know. Scott, will you? I like to tie the second hand knot. Second hand. I probably know that knot, but and I know the name, but I'm not connecting the name with the knot. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and show it again. It doesn't hurt. And all right, show and Scott. Let me get my camera up here set, and so I can get my hands free. All right, now I can see the screen. The second one you tied. Oh, the second one I tied the second hand. Yeah, I know the name. Familiar with, you know, what that is exactly. All right, so you already seen it. I'm sitting here talking. When did I set that string? Oh, here it is. All right. So you're talking about the second hand knot here. Okay. All right. Are you familiar with one? Scott and Nathan, are you familiar with the surgeon's knot? Yeah, I grew up doing being taught the second hand knot when I was just a boy starting out. You said you do know, Nathan, or you don't know? Because I'll show you again. It only takes a minute, and you know, it's good. It's doing a follow up. No, not good at them. Well, I'll show you. This can be a little confusing, and what I find is people leave out some information, you know, and it's the missing link. Okay, I'm going to show it. And what people don't tell you or show you, and if maybe they don't know, because they weren't shown. You know, like I say, never give up because there's always a way, you know? Sometimes people weren't taught teaching you, and they're just teaching you what they were taught, and there was something missing. It doesn't work. It's like, why doesn't it work? Um, it's kind of like this hydrogen on demand for your cars for better gas mileage. It doesn't work if you just take 12 volts, 2 stainless steel bolts or plates, and hook up 12 volts to it and plug it in. Nothing happens. The missing link, baking soda makes hydrogen work. Or should I say, a teaspoon of baking soda, teaspoon and a half of baking soda in a canning jar, in a quart jar or container. Okay. Well, Scott, we're gonna show here. We're gonna show Nathan how to do this. Okay. But anyways, the hydrogen, separating hydrogen from the water, you put in like about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half of baking soda to a quart of stainless steel bolts or plates, 12 volts coming off your battery, or a charger for a 12-volt phone charger or something. Going to the stainless steel plates or rods in water with baking soda in it, it separates the hydrogen from the oxygen. And a video down in my videos on it, for your car to get better gas mileage. It makes it better burn. It's kind of like nitrous, and it's free. Free, the best kept secret. All right, here we go, Nathan. This is called the loose end. The free end over here is called your tag end. Tag, you're it. Tag, don't forget, it's your tag end. Okay? Tag, don't forget. This loose end is called your tag end. All right, so make that extra long. This is where it gets, this wants to move, and it wants to, it's hard to hold on to, okay? But you take it and you wrap it. You just create the circle. All right? Now, this is your fishing string. All right? And then you bring it around to the front. So I'm going to show you. Now we're just going to go through the motion and we're going to completely do it. Okay. Here we go. All right. This is extra long. Okay. Bring it around the front, around the back. This is where you got to pinch it with your finger here. Because on the fishing string, it's hard to hold and it gets a little frustrating. So you got to pinch it. Then you take your loop. If you need to, you can always pinch it together to make it smaller and run it through the front. All we're doing is running this through the front. Okay? We're going to go through that one more time. Cross this. Okay, so it's crossed in the back. Okay. Back around the back and then through. We're coming through the loop here. All right, pulling it from the front through the back. Now, you take this and you pull on the knot from the bottom up. You can this will also help you make the adjustment on your loop size. Okay, pull it down, pull it up, pull your string. And I'm pulling down on the knot from the top down in here. Okay. Now, with fishing string, you want to bite this. Okay. Full. You can take fingernail clippers and you can clip it right next to this knot or just bite it off. Okay. However you like to do it. Doesn't matter. But having clippers in your tackle box is a good tool to have for many uses. And that's how you do that. So You go fishing, watch this video if you don't remember. But yeah. Well, Scott, I appreciate you hanging out here, Nathan. I wish more people would show up. But Saturday night. Scott, you have any plans for the 4th? You're welcome, Nathan, and really my pleasure. Thank you. And thank you for being here. So Nathan, do you have any plans for the 4th? Or Scott, what you doing for the 4th? Anything? I don't know what I'm doing yet myself. I'm just talking. Don't know what you're doing either. That you don't know yet either. Okay. All right. That's what I'm assuming now. Right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing. If I go out, I might go out to there's different parks and colleges and different things, to go do to celebrate the 4th. It frustrates me though. I grew up out here in California, lighting off fireworks, buying fireworks. There's some towns about an hour from me where you can still buy fireworks and light them off in that town. Some tools and more. Scott Peterson's tools. I think a big cookout. Yeah, that would be fun. But we used to go to the park. I remember one year we went to the beach. Oh man, we lit off our own fireworks on the beach. And then the fireworks. That lasted a good hour or so. But I was a teenager. Last time was my best time ever, on 4th of July was there at the beach, where you could light there's ordinances. They stopped all that in a lot of places, unfortunately. And so it frustrates me. They can fine you if you light fireworks off, you get caught. This is America. We're celebrating our freedom. Hello. And you aren't celebrating it. They want you to watch them. That's frustrating. Anyways, so on the 4th, I don't usually go anywhere in general. But this year I might, like I say, just to broadcast. That'd be fun. Or what you were doing. If you gotta go, I understand. You'll have to hit me back with what you're doing, what your road trip's about. And thanks for being here, bro. God bless. Keep looking up. Scott's tools and more. I overlooked the more part. Didn't even catch it till right now. Scott's Peterson's tools and more. And that's the and more. For those of you that don't know Scott, well, if they search for Scott's tools and your channel doesn't come up because they were missing the more part. Like if you just put in easy 2, you're not going to find my channel. Or easy 2, you're not going to find it, tips and tricks. You put in easy 2 tips and tricks ECT one time, you'll find it. It pops right up. Because I've done the search for my channel. And I find when I search for it, easy 2 doesn't come up. Easy to tips and tricks doesn't come up. Easy to ECT, then it shows. So important, I did, like I said, I just caught it just a minute ago. Yeah, okay. I have a Bible study channel I also do. It doesn't show up at all. It's really super long though. I didn't give that any thought. I didn't think it would matter. I thought it would help it to be more unique because it was just longer, more detailed. But I'm gonna have to change that. Would you be interested in knowing? You haven't looked at yours? Yeah, you need to go to just go to YouTube search and put your name in the YouTube search. You could put Scott's tools, Scott Peterson's tools. Does it show up? If it doesn't, and more, then it will. But my channel, my Bible study channel, it doesn't show up and down in that list. I mean, I've scrolled and scrolled. Doesn't show. So I'm gonna have to change its name. I like the name, just really long. Would you, Liz? If not, it's okay. I don't know. Doesn't hurt my feelings. But you might enjoy some of the teaching I have in there. Name of my channel is Basic Bible Study for a Deeper Understanding of God's Word. That's a huge name. Basic Study for a Deeper Understanding of God's Word. But I guess as I'm sitting here, if I can't find it, you may not be able to either. So I can send you a link to that, and you'll have that link. There's a few Bible studies in there. I did one not last week, but the week before last. I try to do them every Sunday. I don't always catch it every Sunday. And then how do you play catch up, But there's quite a few in there as well. And there's a couple actually even on this channel right here. You just have to go through my videos. There's a few right here as well. Okay. I sure will. And my pleasure, I really enjoy having Christians on my channel, non-Christians as well, but you understand. Yes. And thank you. And I thank you very much. Because if I'm talking about Jesus channel, this isn't a Christian channel, although I'm a Christian and I represent the Lord in what I do, how I act, and hopefully I'm a good example, and it's important that we're examples. But I don't want people to feel like if they come to my channel, I'm going to preach to them. Although I'm okay with it too. I have no issue talk about God. We can talk about God. You got questions about the Bible? If I'm able to help you with it, thank you. Yeah, and I'm, that's good, So, and I've been involved with a lot of stuff on the street down in LA, downtown LA, talking with the homeless and different people. I've done that. It's been a while ago. It's been quite a few years actually. But I've been involved with a fair amount of evangelism and outreach and that kind of thing. So somebody has questions or future questions about Bible or God or anything, hit me up. You can't offend me. You know, you shouldn't. Why would you want to try to offend me to start with? But you can't offend me. And Scott, I'm speaking this for people that watch this video afterwards right now. I'm not speaking to you. I mean, just wanted to clear that up. But if anybody watching this video afterwards, after the live, anytime you got a question about God, throw it at me. If I'm able to answer your question and help you with that, I will do my best. Hey, I'm trying to pronounce your name here. Thumbs up to you. Thank you for being here. I'll get right to you here in just a second, Scott. Just 1 second. Okay, that's I'm just going to spell your name out here. It's RHEBHECZQB. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Too bad I can't hear you. I like to know how to pronounce your name. I don't know how to pronounce it. One more time. Your name is spelled RHEBHECZQB. Thank you for being here. I was just saying that I'm a Christian. This is not a Christian channel. I have a Christian channel. But if you have any questions related to the Bible or God, leave me a comment. I'll try my best to answer your question. Is what I was just saying. And thank you, and thank you. I wish I could pronounce your name or hear you say it, so I could mention your name or speak your name, I should say. I can call you QB though. That I can do. Okay, Scott, you said, right, I understand that some, I really do. You can say Rebex. Rebex? It's pronounced Rebex. Is that right? Rebex. Scott Peterson's Tools and More is here. Do you know his channel? Have you made friends with Scott Peterson's Tools and More? But yeah, Scott, I have a few. I'm looking for more. It would be nice, to have a real good mix and variety there. I would really like that. Like-minded, in all areas. It's always nice. If not, that's okay. But yeah, I look for more Christians, But if you're not a Christian, I haven't been a Christian my whole life. I've been there, done that. I understand. It's all good. And one more time, if you have any questions, it would be an honor to be able to answer your questions for anyone that has them. I used to think there's so many religions. How do you know? This one says this, but they're the only ones. And I mean, you got all this stuff. People are saying, what's true? What is true? Biggest question most of us have is, well, the Muslim says they're in Pentecost and Cap and all these people say, and Jews, and who's right? Well, if you go to your Bible, a Bible, I personally read the King James. But if you go to St. John chapter 14, verse 5, Thomas is known as Doubting Thomas. For many mansions. And if it were not so, I would not tell you. But I tell you because I go. And if I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, you may be also. Now he says if. That's to make you stop and think. Now he does go. He gets he gets lifted up off the earth, and you can read that also there in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It's in there. I don't know where it's located at the moment. But the point is Jesus does go. So he's talking to heaven, and he's and in his Father's house are many mansions, and I'm going to prepare a place for you, that where I am you can be also. Where I am you can be also, he said. See? And he's going to prepare a place with many mansions. Speaking, and Thomas standing there, and he goes, Lord, how can I know the way? I don't want to go, man. You're talking about mansions? And Jesus tells him, I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. Jesus says that. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. He's telling Thomas, hey, Jesus says. So Jesus is the way. It's not what I say. It's not what, quote, my religion says. It's what the Bible says. Jesus is the way. Then he says what? He says, give me your heart and I'll change your life. Whoa. Do what? Give me your... No. Wait a minute now. Jesus says, I paid it all. I went to a cross. I died for the world. I died for each and every one of us, each and every one of you individually, personally. Not like one is your heart, meaning I want you to give me control of your life. He wants us to submit to him. And it's something he gives us a free choice to do. We don't have to. You don't have to. He gives us a free choice. To God. It was hard. It was scary. It was very difficult. Trust God, who I can't physically see, I can't physically hear, and I can't physically touch. I can't go shake his hand. Wait a minute. But let me tell you something. It's supernatural. When you trust Jesus, when you give him your heart, total control of your life, 100%. Totally to him, your total control. And the Word of God, the Bible, is what controls your life. But it's not something I'm doing. Do this, do that. This is no, this is yes. And you're a robot. No, it's not like that. It's spiritual, remember. And we let go and trust God. Give him 100% of your heart. Total. You surrender. When you do that, when I said the sinner's prayer, it was really simple. And I said, Lord, I'm a sinner. Jesus, you died and you shed your blood to forgive me of my sin and cleanse me from all unrighteousness. I want this new life you have prepared for me. Hardest few short sentence I'd ever spoke. like I said, and when I said that, son of God, all the guilt that had me just beat down, all the shame from the things I did wrong had me beat down. The pain in my heart, the resentment in my heart, the anger in my heart, the crud that just kept me down inside that you don't talk about. It's the reason why people end up becoming drinking, alcoholics, and doing drugs and staying high. And they're so beat up inside, they're trying to get some relief. Relief is what they're looking for. Let me tell you, Jesus gives you permanent relief. When I said that prayer, God took it. Bam, on the spot. I mean on the spot. When I come out of that prayer, let me tell you, like I say, it's supernatural. It doesn't make sense. But when I let go and trusted God, because Jesus Christ paid the price, I was set free. Peace, peace, joy in my heart. And I went from hating life, angry, to there was joy inside. How can you stay angry when there's joy? Joy, I'm talking about. It's like unexplainable. It's just unreal. And whoo-wee, it's like literally, it says like you died and resurrected. I mean, it's like this new person. You can't be mad. You can't. I mean, you are walking on clouds all of a sudden. There's this huge shift, and your thinking starts changing when you let go. And something happens. You can't put your finger on it. Woo-wee. It's so good. You want to read the Bible all of a sudden. You want to read it. You want to know this, your Father in heaven. That you know God's not just out there somewhere. All of a sudden, there's this connection right here. It's like you plugged in. And he puts peace that you can't even explain. Peace in your heart. You were feeling horrible, just beat down, or just miserably miserable. And all of a sudden there's peace in your heart, joy. Didn't win $1 million all of a sudden. You know, somebody didn't hand you a mansion. Nothing physically happens. But all of a sudden, you got this peace and joy inside. And you got this connection with God all of a sudden. And you want to know your creator, your maker, your Father in heaven. And he's all of a sudden, you know, he's not just out there somewhere in the universe somehow. Maybe. It's not like that. All of us, God's real. And you know that Bible is real. And what it says is true. Like I say, it's supernatural. It's spiritual. It's just something that happens. It's like plugging into a power source. Bam, it happens. And when you experience what I'm talking about, you know And you're going to go, I know exactly what Ken was talking about. And you're just going to be like, this is real. And you'll also know it's the best thing you've ever experienced. I'm here to tell you, it's for real. And, whew. So real, you know, got emotional and unexpectedly here. That's okay too. Men can do that. So, anyways, wasn't expecting to get off on this subject here, and you know, but nonetheless, that's okay too. Maybe you need to hear it. Maybe not what you was wanting to hear, but the very thing you needed to hear. And I look forward to hearing from you. And so if you have any questions, please hit me up. I'll be happy to, again, answer any questions or do my best to answer any questions. So on that note, I guess I'm changing gears. And again, I look forward to your comments and questions. All right. Anyone still here, or is everybody gone at the moment? Was it something I said? Walk. Come on through. Life like this be real. So never give up, because there's always a way. That's right. All right. So again, if you don't know Scott Peterson's Tools and More, that's an and sign. Check out his channel. If you don't know Nathan Likes Drums, check out Nathan Likes Drums. Dad's Piranha. He has the metal detecting videos. Dr. Outdoors. Walker Outdoors. Mike has a combination channel of automotive repair and fishing and hunting and growing what's called the food plot gardens for animals. Dr. Outdoors has a real nice channel. Houndsman 1 has a real nice channel. Sane Auto. Check out Sane Auto. He's got something. Who else? Camaro Time. Kelly Paulson. Doug Paulson. They have live streams. How could I forget? I almost forgot. Best for last, I guess. There is Enjoying Life. Enjoying Life. Doing his victory dance.
RV.
Hmm?
RV.
RV. Oh, RV.
No, the RV guy.
Somebody RV. He's a friend of Enjoying Life. Check out Enjoying Life's live stream. Go to his live stream. He will show your video. I also have a Facebook page where you can share your videos and watch videos, show support on Facebook. You can upload your videos to my page on Facebook. And the name of that is We Are Creators, but you first need the tic-tac-toe sign. That sign for playing tic-tac-toe. Okay. or for the number sign. If you're not familiar with why I'm explaining it, the term is called hashtag. So it's hashtag we are creators. That's capital W, small e, capital A, capital C. Everything on the hashtag we are creators. When you get to my page, you'll see a whole group of people at the top, a mixture of people, and you'll see everybody's videos that I've uploaded there. And they're all very interesting videos. Ones that I thought were in the top 10. If you can put your videos there. And please support one another, watch other people's videos. And it's a good way to add people to your community. Tap on the icon or click on the icon. So I hope this is helpful, beneficial information. And I don't know if I'm going to have anybody's links in my description, but there is a video in my description. And if you're into outdoors and fishing and nature and hunting and whatnot, it's just somebody else's video. Catfish and Carp. And if you hit them up, I think you really like this video that you're going to see. If you go to my description, you'll be glad you did. But if you join his community, would you tell him I sent you over? That would be appreciated. That way he knows where his traffic's coming from. And it's good for us to know where traffic's coming from, you know. It helps with their analytics and how we do things. So for those of you that aren't aware, you know. So if you go to his channel and you connect with his community, let him know that you heard it from here, at least so he knows he's getting some flow from this side. And everybody else I mentioned is as far as that goes. That way, we all know. You know, yep. Somebody sent me over to your channel. I tell you, hey, I came over from so and so. So, all right. Well, God bless. Take care. Bye for now. And never give up because there's always a way. We're keeping it real. And I look forward to hearing from you. And again, I'm Ken with Easy2 Tips and Tricks, etc. That's ECT. And I look forward to hearing from you. And again, if you have any questions about the Bible, religion, I will do my best to give you an honest answer. If I can't, I'll tell you. But again, we're just keeping it real. So bye for now. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to what's going on your channel and getting to know your channel and you, because that's important. I call this a community of friends, and that's how I see it. And we should be, you know, united we stand, and united we are making this happen by supporting one another. And we're doing it. So keep up the good work, everybody. Bye for now. Bye. Looking forward to hearing from you.